On today's Food is Medicine, we have Christa Orecchio with thewholejourney.com, and you brought a friend with us. So we have celebrity nutritionist and New York Times bestselling author JJ Virgin, and we're going to talk about swapping out your foods for the new year. So basically, we want people to feel good about themselves, but everyone always wants to lose a little weight in the new year. That's kind of the resolution, right? So what are we going to do today?
Well, that losing weight comes with the territory of food swaps, and everybody makes these New Year's resolutions that are huge. And JJ and I thought, you know, if you just make some simple swaps, you're going to get huge traction in your health. So we're going to go through 7 easy ones where you're not sacrificing taste at all.
Right, because a lot of people have those foods that they want to go to, especially when we have weather like this, those comfort foods.
Yes.
And we're not really willing to give them all up, maybe 1 or 2.
You can still have the comfort, and that's the idea. JJ's the queen of food intolerance, and so that's where we're going to get rid of foods that people are intolerant to.
What is a food intolerance?
So a food intolerance is something that develops over time, a lot of times due to stress, but stress and pain meds and genetically modified foods and sugar, you know, all the things that people are normally ingesting. And what it does is it makes your gut leakier, and then these foods trigger an immune response and starts to create things like achy joints and headaches and brain fog and cravings for the very foods that are hurting you, and you can't lose weight no matter how hard you try.
So we might learn over time whether it's gluten, dairy, all of these different things that our body's just not reacting to well. We might want to try something else, and that's why you guys are here with these swaps.
Hence the 7 swaps. These are the 7 foods, and the first thing I hear from people is, oh my gosh, that's everything I eat. And I say, great, because then when you make these simple swaps, little hinges swing big doors, you'll see huge results in a matter of days.
Especially with the first one.
All right, let's go ahead and get to that first
Yeah,
one.
let's talk about what you put in your
You
coffee.
know that this is what people have every single day.
Right, they're either doing cow's milk or they think they've done better by doing soy milk. Christa and I can't stand soy milk so much we didn't even allow it in the studio. But so easy to do unsweetened coconut milk or almond milk. You know, you get a lot more calcium in almond milk than you do in cow's milk.
I love almond milk, and now a lot of the local coffee shops are carrying it.
I know,
so
isn't
you don't
it
have to
great?
worry about stopping somewhere and not having that option. Let's go ahead and move on.
Exactly.
Right,
we were
I have
talking
to admit
comfort
that
food.
I have had a little bit of ice cream in my freezer throughout the last 8-9 months.
You can have coconut ice cream,
Oh, yeah.
1 gram of sugar.
Mint chocolate flavor of that one. Let me tell you folks at home, that one is so good that you couldn't even know that's
you
not
would
the real
not
thing.
know.
It is really good. So that's another dairy thing, right? So that's kind of the
So
intolerance.
this was the soy, this was the dairy, and then gluten, which is in everything. But let's talk about a great comfort food. It's just a big plate of pasta. Well, a very simple swap is either to go to spaghetti squash, which we love, or this is my current little obsession, is this red lentil pasta. They also have black bean pasta. It's delicious.
Awesome. And the texture's okay on this one? When
The texture, you do it al dente. It's not like some of those ones that get slimy.
Yeah.
It doesn't get slimy. It's really good.
And lentils are the highest food in folate, which you know when you're pregnant, it's super important. And so the idea is to just swap out, then you're getting rid of what doesn't have nutrition and you're adding so much nutrition.
We'll send you home with this.
I love it. Perfect, ladies. Okay, let's get to this one. This is a big deal, the sugars, and which should we not be using all the different Splendas and everything that's out there?
Artificial sweeteners are just a science experiment gone bad. We could spend the next
hours talking about
that.
their
But the
neurotoxins.
other one that makes me crazy is agave, because it's touted as a health food, and this actually, fructose, this is the highest source of fructose, goes straight to the liver, tells your body to make fat, and doesn't help you feel full while you do it. So you're hungry making fat. So you swap it out for xylitol or stevia or monk fruit, and you won't even miss it.
Okay, and these are easy to find at the store now. It's not something that you have to go
everywhere.
somewhere far and wide to find. Let's move on to these because we only have a little bit of time left.
All right, so we're going to get rid of eggs and we're going to substitute a high-quality plant protein powder instead. A lot of people, when they're sensitive to eggs, they're really sensitive to the GMO corn and soy that the chickens ate. So not necessarily the eggs, but you know, we're going to swap it out for a shake, which is much healthier.
That sounds wonderful. And then say no to peanut butter. Kick it out.
Say no to peanut butter. They're the highest nut in mold, and we want to swap
not a
it out.
nut.
And they're not actually a nut.
Right.
Do tree nuts.
Yeah.
Much better fatty
So
acids.
stick to that. Even other nuts, if you have an allergy, they have like sunflower nut butter and all kinds
nut butter.
of
They have macadamia nut
Yeah, so
butter.
lots of options. This one's going to be a hard one for a lot of people, that bag of chips.
Especially in San Diego. We're going to get rid of corn chips most of the time. We're getting rid of the GMOs again.
Yes.
But we're swapping them out for kale chips. Infinitely healthier, and you can make them at home at a fraction
Yeah,
of
just
the
make sure
price.
you bring floss if you take those to work.
On the
made
show.
that mistake for sure. You ladies, thank you so much for bringing all this useful information. I'll be taking this pasta home with me. For more information, if you didn't catch it all and write down the notes, go to fox5sandiego.com and click on the Scene On tab. Raul, I'll send it back to you for now.